Hey YouTubers, this video is about leaving Grand Portage, but I figured I would show you where it is on this big blue beautiful marble. It's about 6 miles from the Canadian border and the closest point that you can go to get to Isle Royale. So if you ever want to go to Isle Royale, Grand Portage is a pretty good place to start off. It's a beautiful area and I suggest you visit. I hope to let this fog and mist and haze clear off, but it's not gonna. So off we go. Destination today is Ashland, Wisconsin. Not too far, but the first destination is about a quarter mile away, and we're gonna put some gas in Eduardo. I know, Vin, you can get on my lap, but we're stopping like in a minute. I think there were 24 RVs in here, and I might have mentioned it in the other little video. I had thought about 2 days, because if it was clear, I was going to go back up Mount Caroline. I think there's 2 of them. Rose is the smaller one. I think Caroline's bigger, and I wanted to get a good view, because when I was here last time, it was a lot like this. So that's not going to happen. And then I had misremembered that this place was kind of expensive. I think 40 bucks is, even though it's full hookups, I think that's a little much. So one night's enough. I didn't gamble because I wasn't feeling it, and then already paying 40 bucks, I didn't want to give them another 20 or 40. So again, I stay at casinos a lot, but I'm pretty cheap. I don't like losing money because I don't have a lot. I'm on a budget. You know, if I lose 10, 15, okay. But if I win 20, 25 like the other, and then in the Sioux I won 50. And usually I take the money and run before that. And I had built it up, I think I was up 65 or 70, and I gave some of it back. And when I got down, I told myself, okay, if you get to 50, you're done. And I was done. So I want to say again, even though the daily rate's a little high, the weekly rate was $450 or $500 for waterfront, and that's a fantastic deal, and there's so much to explore in this area. So that was the campground, and I'm pretty sure in the video before this, I went up to where I'm going to get gas, and I was actually very surprised at how much stuff they had in there. It was a little pricey, but if you need stuff, they have stuff. Because you're kind of out there. There's not a lot around here. Grand Marais. Is it Grand Marais? No, it's something else. Maybe it's Grand Marais. I can't. No, it can't be. We'll go by it. That's down the road a little bit. You could use this as a base camp for Voyagers and Isle Royale National Parks, and even lots of Canada. Off we go to Ashland, Wisconsin. Vinny, you ride on that cooler the whole way. We'll do a little time lapse, not a lot. Vinny was already back on my lap by this point. I'll do a little rambling, throwing some music, regular speed, and time-lapse driving. All right, I see just a couple little bitty raindrops, but probably well enough for ruining a GoPro, so I'm gonna shut this off. Through the raindrops, the fog. Even though it's not sunny and beautiful, I think this is pretty too. And me trying not to curse about the roads. They are what they are. Okay, I take back my complaints about that section of highway in Canada from Wawa to Marathon. Wasn't that bad. This is ridiculous. Again, you're in a car, you hardly notice it. You're in a 20-year-old camper van, you kind of notice it. It would be nice to show you this beautiful part of Lake Superior, but you can't see it today. And on these Dodge Ram vans, the windshield wipers only go to a certain point, and that's not where I normally put my GoPro. If it stays like this, I might move it to the center. But that's enough. You're not getting pretty views. I remembered right, YouTubers. It is Grand Marais, Minnesota. Touristy little town, campground, stuff like that. Very nice. It's good to get back to cheaper gas, but I miss the Canadian roads. Gas is more here, so that's good. I put 11 gallons in. I didn't fill it up. What I hate about terrible roads is you end up looking at the road more than around because you're trying to avoid potholes and stuff. I try not to go on about it, but I'm pretty sure Eddie's gonna need to go in the shop again. Now I'll add some YouTube music for you. Because again, driving's a big part of RVing. I don't know how much the banging comes through in the video. The road is a bit better for now. I shouldn't say it out loud. And the fog has cleared a little bit. I'll give you a little time lapse. Looks like the windshield is dry. I like to put the camera there because it's kind of like you're in the driver's seat, and I got it over pretty far, and usually I point it a little bit to the left so it might look like you're crossing the center line sometimes, but you're not. You're doing great. Something else is nice, like this just got flat. I was hearing noises, you know, and you always hear noises in older vehicles, and you're like, is that an issue or is it the road? It seems like it's the road, so yay. I stopped here in the pass. There's a Cascade Falls that's nice. Old video, it's in there a couple, 3 years ago. The rain again. I wrote a song about it. It's the Temperance River. I checked it out when I was here last time. It's pretty nice. Old video again. I'm gonna try not to repeat. This is a taconite mine, and if I remember right, I stopped up here somewhere. I think I did laundry in a little town coming up. I had a bunch of information about how the company polluted the lake and got in all kinds of trouble. The road just got better. The skies are clearing. If I had a kingdom, you know, they say my kingdom 4, if I had a kingdom, we'd have good roads. Temperature just jumped at least 10 degrees and the humidity went up a little bit. But the skies are clearing. Let's hope that's all the rain I bring for a while. We're back because there's some windy. Beaver Bay, population 181. We gotta do 35. I think this might be the town I stopped and did laundry in. It's just this side of Silver City. Yep, this looks like it. Yep, on the right up here by the Holidays where I did laundry. up there. It's still there. It's very clean, very nice. Yeah, Gooseberry Falls, I checked this out too. Remember, I tried to stay here, but it was all full. Tunnel. Here comes another tunnel. Silver Creek Cliff, and if I remember right, the road used to go on the outside of the cliff. Somebody told me that. This is Two Harbors. I think the campground's right about here on the left that I stayed at. Yep, that's it. It was okay. Like I said, it was crowded. Tiny pricey, not terrible. They have a new section. They have an old section. If you look at my old videos, and a lot of times if you just search on the channel like you can do for a lot of people's, if you just put in the title of something, like if you put in Two Harbors, it should show you those, or anything I've talked about having seen in the past. Two Harbors has two harbors. Neat little town. Claim to fame is also this is the birthplace of 3M Corporation. Depot and train museum and all that. I ate at some of these places. Tesla. I wish Tesla made one of these. Be awesome. Recharge at the campground. 300 miles a day is far enough anyways most of the time. Luckily for me, it turned into a better day for driving, and some of the beautiful sights were easier to see than in the mist. I guess this might be Duluth. The sign said Duluth, population 82,000 something. Alright, speed limit 40, we'll get down there, coast down to it. The GoPro charging while it's recording, and a little bit of rain wants to creep in. It's like I might have some goop in front of the camera lens. If I do, I apologize. It's the north, it's buggy. Again, it just takes one little speck in front of a GoPro lens. Stay in this lane. I'm with anybody that wants to go fast. This holiday, I got gas there. The things I remember, and then the crap I can't remember. It's astonishing. be behind a septic truck. I'm keeping right, dude. Oh, I see. Thanks. Never mind. I need to give you crap. And welcome to Wisconsin. Green means go. Green means go, Vin. Watch where you're standing. Alright, we got some highway stuff here. Through all the bouncies and the noise. 65, we'll get there. Not as quick as that Tahoe, but we'll get there. We're there. This next exit is for Bayfield. I've stayed there. It's also for Port Wig. I've stayed there. They're very close to each other. It's how you get to the Apostle Islands. Very nice. Blowing a little bit. I gotta get up speed. It went 45, now I gotta do 55. This van's gonna get me. Let's hope it stays this way, a little bit better roads. Getting close now. Now it's I know there's a few people that follow along for a while. It's probably to those people like, oh, this doofus is going to Ontonagon again. And I am going Ontonagon again. Ontonagon. But I'm gonna stop here in Ashland because I could make it tonight there, but I'm tired. The cats are tired. I try to keep them in consideration, even though I'm not as good as some people that stop driving every now and then and let them have non-motion. So we're gonna stop here for one night. And I'll talk more about that in a bit. But yes, tomorrow is Ontonagon, and I have already talked to somebody I know that stays there seasonally, and I'm getting the hookup. I should get the little spot that I like. Kind of lakefront, but save money. And yeah, so talk more in a bit. Closing in on Ashland. And there are a few different options here. There's about 20 minutes out of town. The direction I'm going is Mad River Casino. I stayed there once before. It's okay. There's another city-run campground on the water, and that's nice too. And there is also a there's also another city-run campground. I think it's called Prentice or something like that. And then I did a tour of it on the bike, and that's where I'm gonna stay tonight. Well, that's the plan. They should have open spots. And Ashland also has artisanal water. Awesome. Like, super awesome. Right by the lake. I'll show you where it is. But when I went to Prentice Campground, they also have it up there. So part of the reason why I'm going to stay there is I could calmly find every container that holds water and put some water, as much water as I can carry, because it's really good. Also, I'm about at 1/8 of a tank, So I'll get Gas Buddy out and see if it makes any difference, but I'll get some gas here in the morning. There's a Walmart. I think it's just past town, I'm not sure. So I'll stock up at Walmart in the morning and then press on to Ontonagon from here. And the cats sure could use probably some food. I know Vinny's hungry, aren't you, Vinny? And he's ready to be stopped moving. So yeah, keep the camera running because we're just a couple miles away. And Prentice Campground, I gotta try to remember properly because I rode most of this town on my bike. It's a nice little town. Like many up in this area, it's suffering. A lot of the industry is gone now. But like I think I said in the video already, I'm not even going to take the bike off, so I'm just going to chillax. Sure turned into a beautiful day. I saw one sign, I think it said 88 or 89. There's big old Lake Superior. Beautiful. I explored most of this town. There's not much left for me to see. That lake seems up again. Way up. Oh, that was painful. Quicker than I want to. Sorry, behind you. Alright. Yeah, Vinny, you can look around. Watch where you're. Easy bump. Came up on me quick, didn't it, Vin? Prentice Park. Artesian water. Elf boy, you are done. You've done your job. I say it all the time because it's true. I just travel under a lucky star. I came in here, if I'd have been 15 minutes either side, I wouldn't have got this campsite, and it was the only one in town. Have a great and wonderful day. A long drive.